Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the Thundering Herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Slings it downfield. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes it.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Finds his big tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, how about that play? The big fella, one of the biggest guys, the biggest receivers on the field, right down the middle of the field, wide open. You could definitely tell the defense busted on that one.
Getting some heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Caught. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finishes the run with the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. After missing that 46-yard field goal attempt, they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 29. The give is to Williams. Powers through the defender. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success. For the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. The quick out. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The give from the gun. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Into the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
They'll give it to the back. Gets away from one, finds some space. Oh, look out, there he goes. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly on the move. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
No doubt. And when you're playing cover two, you got two safeties deep that account for the whole field, right? I got half the field. You got half the field. So they do a great job. You have to see and have good vision on the quarterback. You got to make sure you're breaking on the football. How about the strong safety spinning down, doing a good job seeing the ball and going and getting it?
Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On second down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurd! That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big field. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires to the middle. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
Looking to throw on second down. Snags it over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw, and pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Rainbow Warriors pick up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
This time on target.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in.
Just ran over it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Dorsey. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down. The Rainbow Warriors want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. And how about that one, running it too? Great push up front.
To the air on first down. They're bringing heat. Fires on the run. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just couldn't quite hook up on that last pass play. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
4 verticals was one of my favorite routes to throw as a quarterback because it works against man coverage and it works against almost any type of zone coverage the defense throws up at you. Great job of execution there by the offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Marshall quick to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Try to get it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Marshall! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker, and then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pulled and fired complete. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The inside handoff. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We've just... The ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Takes the handoff. It's Boyd. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Rainbow Warriors moving quickly to the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
First down for the offense.
He'll do it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the catch.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
The aerial assault continues. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawaii. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
21, Hawaii.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a garbage.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Trying play action. They're working that left side, and they get him down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Warriors! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. They'll run this play from the pistol. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defensive end and that speed off the edge?
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. First down for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Buying some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab at the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Nebraska was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Dumps it off in the flats. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his target down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw over the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're that open, it's easy to pull the trigger, easy to make the decision, make the read, get the ball to your receiver.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He wants to throw. Gets open down the middle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Going up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dorsey. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback.
A shot toward the end zone. Able to make the grab, but could not keep the feet in bounds. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that's killer, right? You're about to tie the game, big play, just out of bounds. And listen, I still might call a timeout and get him to review this. Did he get a foot down? It's pretty close. It's your decision.
Works the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved him forward just a few. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. They keep attacking through the air. They're trying to get to it. Plows through the defense. And he's brought down after a nice game. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to be aggressive, and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. Let's see what happens on third.
Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. They're expecting them to throw it here on third.
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing.
He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 30. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Marshall.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot.
31, Hawaii, 28.
That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.